Overthinking is not unusual. Overthinking is not rare. It is more common than you think, and you are not alone. Let's delve into the intricate workings of the mind and explore why some of us have a tendency to overthink. First, let's define overthinking. Overthinking occurs when individuals ruminate excessively on their thoughts, often dwelling on past events, worrying about the future, or fixating on potential outcomes. It's like a mental treadmill that's hard to step off. So, what causes overthinking? Several psychological factors contribute to this phenomenon. One key factor is cognitive biases, our tendency to interpret information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs or fears. This can lead to distorted thinking patterns and perpetuate overthinking. An example of cognitive bias is recalling an unfortunate incident that one experienced or read or saw earlier in life. Like recalling a road accident every time one decides to take a road trip. Personality traits. Personality traits also play a role. Individuals who are high in neuroticism or perfectionism are more prone to overthinking. They may have a heightened sensitivity to threats or a strong desire for control, which fuels their tendency to ruminate excessively. Emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is another factor. People who struggle to regulate their emotions may use overthinking as a coping mechanism to try to regain a sense of control or alleviate discomfort. However, this often backfires and leads to increased stress and anxiety. A very common example of emotional regulation is a scenario where someone receives a critical email from their boss. Despite the email being relatively neutral in tone, the individual immediately feels a surge of anxiety and self-doubt. Instead of pausing to assess their emotions and the situation objectively, they immediately start overthinking. Evolutionary perspective. From an evolutionary perspective, overthinking may have served a protective function in the past. Constantly analyzing potential threats and outcomes could have helped our ancestors anticipate and avoid danger. However, in today's modern world, this tendency can become maladaptive. Impacts on mental health. Now, let's discuss the impact of overthinking on mental health. Chronic overthinking is associated with a range of psychological issues, including anxiety disorders, depression, and obsessive-compulsive disorder. It can also impair decision-making, disrupt sleep, and hinder productivity. Overthinking can contribute to social withdrawal and relationship difficulties. Excessive self-doubt, fear of judgment, and rumination on past interactions can lead individuals to avoid social situations, isolate themselves from others, or experience conflicts in their relationships. Coping strategies. The good news is that there are strategies to cope with overthinking. Techniques such as mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, and relaxation exercises can help individuals break free from the cycle of rumination and cultivate a more balanced mindset. As we wrap up, remember that understanding the psychology of overthinking is the first step towards overcoming it. By recognizing the underlying factors and implementing effective coping strategies, you can regain control of your thoughts and live a more fulfilling life. Watch our next video where we explore simple and easy coping strategies to deal with overthinking. Like, share and subscribe for more information to help you with your mind chatter.